I'm Ellen Mitchell. Welcome back to our segment on Prestige Properties Team Real Estate Show. Today I'm really excited to be able to bring another dynamic guest. This is Miguel Bustos. Thank you so much for coming and welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be in your show.
I'm really excited to be able to have Miguel here today because we met through a business organization, and when I found out what he did, I didn't really know much about it. And so, Miguel, I'd like you to go ahead and introduce yourself and your company and what you do so that we can all, learn along with you.
Of course. As you said, my name is Miguel Bustos. I work for the natural gas industry, Florida City Gas, and I'm the manager of Energy Conservation Program.
Very good. And so, natural gas, energy conservation program, how does that fit in to our lifestyle in South Florida? What are the benefits of using natural gas as opposed to electricity?
Oh, there are many, many benefits. Some of them are, first, you can save money, right? Natural gas is cheaper than electricity. You can save by installing a natural gas water heater up to $300 a year. It's more efficient. Natural gas appliances are more efficient. Like the dryer, you can dry half of the time than the electric. And also, it saves time, of course. And on top of that, there are rebates that can help the customers to get your natural gas appliances.
So if I'm purchasing a home or I'm in a home and I have electric appliances and I'm considering upgrading to natural gas to save money, save time, be more energy efficient, how do I find out if I even have natural gas available to me in the neighborhood in which I live?
That's a good question. All you have to do is to call us. Call Florida City Gas, 188 Florida City Gas, and then you can ask if we have natural gas lines in your area or around your house. And then you can get and see if you can have that or not.
Okay. And when purchasing a gas appliance, is there a difference in price between, if I'm looking at two stoves, for example, one is natural gas and one is electric, is there a difference in the price between the two appliances?
Well, natural gas appliances are slightly higher than the electric. However, we offer substantial rebates to cover that cost. Rebates, for example, for a water heater is $500 for a standard water heater or $650 for a tankless water heater. So the rebates are very substantial.
And as you know, because we've spoken, my husband and I are renovating a home and we're upgrading to all natural gas appliances for many of the reasons you spoke, because of energy efficiency, money, and time. And so after we install, we've purchased, and after we install all of our new appliances, then how do we go about getting the rebates that you mentioned?
Yeah, well, all you have to do is once you purchase the appliance, is just have your purchase receipt and installation, and you go to our website, and then you apply with that information, and you get your rebate in 2 to 3 weeks, right? If you're building a new home, I recommend you to call us first to make sure that you have gas available so you can enjoy the rebates as well.
Okay, terrific. And I'm just thinking, if I buy a new oven and it's electric, I just plug it in, I assume. But if I buy a new oven and it's natural gas, I don't think I'm going to have my handyman come out and install that. So how do I find somebody who's able to safely install gas appliances in my home?
Yeah, very good. Well, we have a list of recommended contractors in our website, so you can use it or not, but at least we have a big list, and then you can call them and use the one that you feel more comfortable to.
Okay, terrific. Thank you. Big thing in South Florida, sometimes during storm season, our power goes out. So when we have rainy season or big storms, one of the reasons that we chose to go with natural gas was if the power does go out, that we would still have our appliances working. So how does the hot water heater continue to work? Does the stove continue to work? How does that?
Well, that's one of the beauties of having natural gas appliances. For example, you have your water heater. Most of them don't need electricity to operate. So if you lose power, you can have a hot shower, right? If you want to cook, you can use your stove, and it still doesn't need electricity to operate, so you will cook without electricity. Also, you can use your generator, for example, and you don't have to store, gallons of gasoline in your garage. You only have to operate the generator, and safely you can have power in your home.
Okay, so those are some really good, ideas for us down in South Florida where we have that inclement weather sometimes. And you have answered a lot of the questions that I already had. One of the things that I was wondering, on a monthly basis, what can I expect in terms of savings on a monthly basis in a gas appliance versus an electrical appliance?
Well, it's about 25% of savings.
On a monthly basis?
It's an annual basis.
Okay.
So you just have to calculate on a monthly basis. But it's substantial amount, because if you have all your appliances electric versus gas, you're not only saving on your energy savings bill, but you're saving your time, which also counts as a cost. So that's why we recommend to use natural gas appliances.
And then in terms of, I think about natural gas, I hear natural gas, then I think about gas for my car. Is there any fluctuation in the price of the natural gas based on what's going on a world level, the way we see the gas prices at the tank ebb and flow? Do we see that with our gas bill home for our appliances? That's
a very important question. And the answer is there's no fluctuation. Right? Natural gas does not depend on any conflicts or any prices overseas, because it's abundant, it's made in America, it's a product of America. Then we don't have any price fluctuations. And also, we have reserves for more than 100 years. So it guarantees to have a stable price.
Okay. And in terms of an environmental impact, is there an environmental benefit to using natural gas as opposed to using electric?
Of course, not only we have the economic aspect, but also the environmental aspect. For example, a natural gas is home. It's about 35% cleaner than non-gas natural gas home. Just by changing, for example, a water heater to natural gas, you save, like recycling, about 1.7 tons of waste.
1.7 tons of waste?
Just by changing to a natural gas water heater. So you can imagine you switch your dryer and you switch your range. So there is a lot of benefits for the environment by using natural gas.
Wow. A lot more benefits than I realized. I knew that there were many, but you've articulated more than I was aware of. How does somebody get more information? Let's say that I'm a consumer and I'm watching and I'm really interested in saving money. I'm interested in being more energy efficient. I'm interested in saving time. Where do I start? What do I do? What are your recommendations?
Well, we have a very nice website that has some videos, and you can watch videos that have the appliances. It's FloridaCityGas.com. You go there and you click in to learn more about the natural gas appliances, and there's plenty of information that you can learn about it. There's phone numbers. If you have any questions, we're happy to answer you all the questions. And especially for the realtors market, a natural gas home tends to have a price higher than a regular home and sell faster. And this is because people prefer buy natural gas and use natural gas than the electric. So there is a lot of benefits for those homes that use natural gas.
So what you're saying is, in addition to being environmentally, friendly, cost-effective, saves me time, it also is going to enable the property to sell faster and for a higher price.
That is correct.
Okay, well that's why we're going to be putting natural gas appliances in our home. And if somebody wants to contact you directly for any further information, how would they go ahead and do that?
Well, they can go directly to the website, and then they run the calls to me.
Okay.
In case you have additional questions. 1-888-CITY-GAS.
Thank you so much. I think you've answered so many great questions, and you've certainly educated me way beyond what I was aware of before, so I feel even better about the decision that we've made. And thank you so much for being here today. I think you're going to help a lot of people.
No, thank you for having me and help your audience.
I'm Chris
Thank
Everett,
you.
and you're watching WRPB. You got it.
TV.
ITV, but you were close enough.
ITV, wait. RPB.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Chris Everett, and you're watching RPB. ITV.
Oh, you're close enough.
Oh, hi, Chris Everett. Hi, I'm Chris Everett. You're watching WRPB. TV.
Thank you, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris Everett. You're watching WRPV ITV.
All right, go. You have so much to do. Thank you so much, Chris. Bye.
I'm Mitchell, and welcome to Prestige Properties Team's Real Estate Show. So happy to be here today, and so happy to be able to welcome Ray Ramos. Thank you so much for coming out and being on today to give us some information about real estate market and specifically title and how it works. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me. My name is Ray Ramos once again, with Title Solutions Agency, and I feel very blessed that I'm here with you today, and thank you very much.
you're very welcome. How did you get into the title industry?
That's a very good question. I was approached by the principal of the company. I hadn't known him for a few years, and he says, you know what, Ray, you need to come on board. Why don't you come to our home office and see what we're all about? So he flew me up to the home office, which is in Michigan, and I was thoroughly impressed. And by the time I got home, I had a welcome package waiting for me, and it's with a contract, laptop, computer, I mean, all the necessary tools that is needed to be successful in this industry.
So it sounds like they got you off to a good start.
Absolutely. I was thoroughly impressed with how organized the organization is and how thorough they are, because it's very important to be thorough in this business.
And title insurance, I mean, we hear about it all the time. As a realtor, I'm very familiar with it, but I think a lot of people hear about title insurance and they close and they have the policy, but they don't really know what it is, why they need it, and what it was for. So can you give us some information?
Absolutely. Title insurance is very important. Sometimes, when there's a transfer of property from one person to another, there might be certain issues that have slipped through the cracks, and title insurance policy just is a policy that makes sure that if anything does come up, any encumbrances or any liens that were on the property prior, that the insurance policy takes the responsibility of paying that off. I know there was an example where a family member passed away and the home was sold, and each of the siblings were to get equal parts, but one didn't show up and they excluded that one. Well, he came out of nowhere and found out that there was a real estate transaction. He felt he was entitled to it. So that's why it's good to have a title insurance policy, because they'll take the responsibility of making sure he's compensated.
So in that example, if I was the purchaser of the home and this long-lost family member comes out of the woodwork, because I have title insurance, I'm able to call and it's taken care of. It's not something that I have to take care of. You take care of it.
The title insurance company, takes full responsibility in making sure that's taken care of.
Okay, because
Yes.
I could imagine that would be the last thing that I would want to deal with after, purchasing a new home. At what point does the title company get involved in the transaction? So I'm the real estate agent, I'm showing the person the home, they fall in love with the home, we write the sales contract, and then where do you enter into the team?
Well, the title company gets involved once there's an executed contract. Once the contract is executed, there's an escrow deposit that needs to be made, and primarily a title company will take that responsibility, and from that point forward, the title company takes the ball and rolls with it.
Okay, and what does that really mean, takes the ball and rolls with it?
Oh,
Are you
well.
in contact with the seller or the buyer?
Well, good question. Well, I always look at the title company as the person that facilitates the communication for the entire process. I mean, on one side of the transaction, you have the buyer and the buyer's agent, and the other side, you have the seller and the seller's agent. And on the other side, if there's a mortgage involved, there's communication that needs to be set up with the mortgage company as well. And we're the one that ties the whole transaction together. So once, from soup to nuts, as I normally tell a lot of my clients, once the escrow deposit is made, and then that process on, there's a lot of small things that entail. And the title company takes that responsibility in making sure that communication is established.
Okay, terrific, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I know your company also works with short sales.
Yes.
Short sales are a big part of our market here in South Florida and elsewhere in the country. And so what role does your title company take in the short sale process?
Well, we take that role and we take the responsibility of being a negotiator. And now what that is our company takes that particular responsibility and sets communication up between the bank, and we negotiate on behalf of the seller. Now, the seller needs to be cooperative in this part of the transaction, because if all the necessary information is gotten from that, normally short sales wouldn't take as long as they normally do. A lot of people get discouraged by short sales because there are some short sales that drag on for months and months and possibly years. But we've experienced good success as long as the seller cooperates, getting the necessary information. We're very good, and we have a very good closing ratio when it comes to short sales. And today the banks are cooperating a lot more, and everything's more streamlined. So if an agent gets a short sale, a lot of them sometimes get discouraged. I tell agents all the time, take the short sale, and put that in your pipeline, and then let us work for you. And if we do need anything, we'll contact you, so that way you can contact the seller.
Okay, and just for those of people who may not be aware, a short sale is where the seller owes more than the property is worth, and so
Yes.
the property is going to be sold. The bank is agreeing to take a loss on the sale in order to avoid foreclosure, so that's why the seller does need to participate in the process. So if I'm the seller and I need to consider a short sale, I am already in a position where I can't keep up with my mortgage payments. Do I then have to compensate you and the realtor for your costs? How does that work?
Well, the bank takes that responsibility. The bank is already taking a loss on the property, and they want to get that non-performing deal off their books. So in a lot of the cases, yes, the bank takes the responsibility of compensating both the title company and the agents involved.
Okay, so if a seller is in a position where they may not be able to make the payments, they shouldn't be concerned. They should consider looking into a short sale. It's not going to be an additional expense.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. I think there's a lot of confusion about
Yes.
that. And what can the buyer expect, just a regular sale, what can the buyer expect in terms of closing costs? Let's say that they're purchasing, if an average home price is $250,000, about what can they expect in closing costs?
I normally tell people that the rule of thumb we normally follow is 2% of the purchase price. Now we're talking about title fees only, but your closing costs can be more than that. But specifically when it comes to title costs, and this is excluding escrows, it's normally around 2% of the purchase price.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and oftentimes the buyer can have some assistance with those closing costs as well, through the seller or some different programs
Absolutely,
to
yes.
help keep those costs down. Okay. Great. If somebody wants more information about the whole process, the title process, the short sale process, questions, where do I begin? Can you tell me, how do they reach out to you, and why would they want to reach out to you? There are so many people. Obviously, I chose to have you on the show today because I know you and I know the competence of the company, of you and the company that you work for. And so that's why I chose to have you on the show today. But if I'm just watching and I don't have that knowledge, what would be the reason that I would choose to work with you and your company?
Well, we at Title Solutions Agency, we care, and every file counts. I normally like to present that open door policy. If you happen to need any information or would like any information from me, please contact me at 954-559-3570. That's my personal number. And my email address is rramos@titlesolutionsllc.com. I normally tell people if the top 10 questions that can be asked about a title company and the transactions, I'll have a brochure sent out to you. Just please email a request, and I will get that to you as soon as I'm able to.
Terrific. Thank you so much, Ray. I really appreciate you being on today, and I think you've provided really valuable information to our viewers. So
Ellen,
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ellen. Have a blessed day.
Okay.
tree has deep roots, strong limbs, things are perched and not pinned. Nicely done.
The boys love it. They are up there day and night.
Well, that might be because you overlooked one thing.
What?
It looks into your neighbor's window.
Oh, boy.
Hello, Mrs. Kozlowski.
Boys! I'm gonna get the hose.
Home insurance with do-it-yourself tips? That's Allstate Home Insurance. Great protection plus helpful advice to make life better. Talk to an Allstate agent and let the good life in.
We never forget the moments that matter. We hang them on our walls. We share them with everyone we know.
Will you be my wife?
And hold on to them forever. Since the day we first set sail, millions of lasting moments have been made with us. What will yours be?
Hi, I'm Suzanne, host of Recovery Matters, wishing you, on behalf of WRPB, ITV, and Recovery Matters, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah.
Your true self. Uncover it, embrace it, protect it. What's healthier than that? Go you. Signet.
Here's a couple of things America got right. Cars and freedom.
Did you find
Television. Television was about channels. It was black and white, then color. Then came the internet. It had everything, but it was pixelated and on small screen. A table for one. Now, there is television redefined. It's film, music, even friendship. On your schedule in pen-sharp pupil dilating 3D. All via the internet. First TV, then internet. Now, Sony Internet TV.
Hey, I'm Ross Vandell, and you're watching WRPB ITV, and it rocks!
I think it's human nature to want to explore.
To find your line and go beyond it.
Is the one you set yourself.